Hi team, I hope that this screencast finds you well and that you have all enjoyed your holidays and that you have followed the rules of lockdown 4. I totally get that it's going to be a challenge for some of you and you're just desperate to get out and hang out with your friends and stuff, but just remember we'll all be back in the class very soon and we'll all be able to just sit down and laugh and look back at this as if it was a distant memory, one which I'm looking forward to as well. Much easier to have you guys in front of me rather than having a screen in front of me. But in saying that, this is what we've got. So what are we going to do in tourism this term? You guys all have your workbooks, which means it's slightly more difficult for me to track where you're at and how you are actually going. So in our Google Classroom, which I have on the screen behind us, you'll see the classwork tab. Now you will see that in the classwork tab we've got a workbook log. Now when you log into this, you're going to have your very own copy of something that looks like this. It's still in its planning processes, so I haven't posted it properly yet. Each week I have an expectation that you'll spend 2.5 hours working on your tourism workbook. That means roughly 30 minutes a day, and that should be enough for you to complete your workbooks that you have in time for us to be back in school, whenever that may be. But what I need to know is what pages have you completed and what questions do you have? So while we're distance learning, I can't just look over your shoulder and give you hints and tips. So in the pages completed task, if you write down pages 1, 3, 5, whatever pages it is that you've completed, if you've completed page 97, 98, but on page 100 you got stuck, write that down in the student questions part. Miss, I got stuck on page 100, I don't understand what the question means. Then, during the week, I'll pop in and I'll have a look at this document and I'll be able to give you some answers. We are going to have some Zoom sessions or some Google Hangout sessions, so we'll be able to have some face-to-face time then too. But in the meantime, this is how we're going to have to communicate for that time. Yeah, so this will show up in our Google Classroom on Wednesday, and then you are to complete these. I'll also post in some quizzes and stuff and make it a little bit more interactive so it's not just boring working through your workbook at home alone. So when you log in on Wednesday, I would like you just to put a little message in our Google feed. Kia ora miss, how you doing? Or hey, I really miss school, or I don't know. Otis has been really good. I know that some of you guys know about my little puppy. We'll try and sneak him into work one day when we go back, but shh, we'll keep that a little secret. Okay team, look after yourselves and I'll catch up with you soon.